The Suns have mishandled their team so bad, this could be the biggest recent mistake to breaking up Harden, Durant, and Russ. And if you think that's hype, just listen to how they've messed up. Reports say the Pacers offered DeAndre Ayton a max contract. Then the Suns are choosing to match it and keep him. That's after they refused to max him out for over a year. Now, they're gonna have a huge problem trading for Kevin Durant. Woj says the Suns had no interest in doing a sign and trade for Myles Turner. But why not? If Ayton isn't worth the max, then get Turner back and trade for KD. And I get why the Pacers wanted Ayton. He and Tyrese Halliburton would have been an amazing pick and roll combo, and Ayton could be the next Andrew Wiggins. Wiggs was a #1 pick who was disappointing, then he left a bad culture and became key to the Warriors on a max deal. Indy doesn't get players like that in free agency, so this made sense. And I know people will disagree about the Wiggins comparison, but Ayton would have made another jump as Indy's focal point. He'll always be the third option in Phoenix, and being a team's #1 would have been huge. The one red flag, obviously though, was quitting on his team in the playoffs. You know, that's all. Reports say Ayton pouted in the Game 7 collapse. Not a good look. But he's 23 years old. Scottie Pippen did even worse. He refused to go in a playoff game for the Bulls. I think young players are allowed to make mistakes, but now the Suns are in trouble. Yes, they could technically still get KD, but it's not gonna happen. They will run it back by a team that got embarrassed by Luka, and the West is even deeper. I mean, the Warriors are champs, the Clippers and Nuggets are healthy. I'll explain why they won't get KD and who this helps, but this was a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. 3 years ago, they were the worst team in the West. Then they got lucky with Chris Paul wanting to play with Devin Booker. Now KD wants to go there? How lucky can you get? I don't care how much the Nets are asking. You do that deal. If there's one thing the Suns have learned in the last 2 years, superstars win in the playoffs. Up 2-1 in the finals, lost to Giannis. Game 7 against the Mavs, lost to Luka. Now, they get to rely on Devin Booker and Chris Paul. 37 years old, always injured or runs out of gas. Suns fans will look back on this as the biggest what if in franchise history. But I thought the Nets didn't even want DeAndre Ayton. Yeah, but he could have been traded in a 3-team deal for other assets. Now, they can't move Ayton until January 15th. That leaves plenty of time for another team to swoop in for KD, I'll tell you who in a minute, or for things to work out for the Nets once they start the season. But there still is a way for Durant to get to Phoenix. But first, do you know what the fastest growing crime in all of America is? It's identity theft. There's a new victim every 14 seconds. But even still, people who get their identity stolen are shocked when it happens. Imagine trying to log into your email only to find that the password was changed hours ago, and then you get activity alerts from your bank account or your credit cards or your crypto accounts. That is why I am excited to partner with Aura, who is sponsoring this video. You may have seen Aura. They are the actual jersey patch sponsor of the Minnesota Timberwolves. Aura is identity theft protection, fraud monitoring, a VPN, password management, and antivirus software, all combined into one easy-to-use app. Aura monitors the dark web for your email, passwords, and social security numbers, and sends alerts fast, like right to your phone and your email. And fast is important when it comes to fraud, right? So you can connect your credit and your bank accounts to get notified of any changes up to 4 times faster than Aura's competitors. Their VPN allows you to stay anonymous online by keeping your browsing history and your personal info safe and encrypted. And the antivirus part of things will block malware and viruses before they even infect your devices. So I logged into my Aura dashboard and they found my info on the dark web 5 times. And they'll even tell you the website that the leak happened. So guys, protect you and your family from America's fastest growing crime. Try Aura for free for 2 weeks and see if you and your family's personal information has actually been compromised. You can start your free trial at aura.com/amhoops. Also check the link in the description. Thanks so much to Aura for being a sponsor. ESPN dropped a trade idea and Brian Windhorst shot it down pretty quick.
Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Dario Saric for filler. 4 firsts, 3 swaps.
What Zach just described is a trade that makes sense from a value standpoint. But today, right now, I don't think the Suns are offering that. They're not offering 4 picks and 3 swaps. Even that trade isn't that great, and I don't even think the Suns are there yet.
So he said that the Suns aren't offering 4 picks because no one else is for KD. They don't want to overpay. Why not? This is their best chance to win a title since MJ set up John Paxson in 1993.
There's Paxson for 3. Yes! The Bulls take a 1-point lead, and Phoenix calls for time.
Now, I don't think the Suns do this deal because of their owner, Robert Sarver. Dude is notoriously cheap. He once traded a first-round pick for just money. Can you imagine how upset their fans were?
Mr. Sarver has done nothing to improve this team. He's so tight, he squeaks when he walks.
Now with Ayton on a max contract, adding Durant's money would be insane. They're not gonna pay a luxury tax bill like the Warriors or the Clippers owner. This is the same guy who refused to pay Ayton in the first place. People say, oh, he's not worth it, but they're wrong. The best part of the Suns' 2021 finals run was DeAndre Ayton. He had the best field goal percentage of any qualified player in the league. He was 4th in defensive win shares, guarding guys like AD, Nikola Jokic, and Giannis. He rebounded the ball better than everyone but Giannis and Rudy Gobert. And that isn't good enough. Other guys from his draft class got max contracts. Now I get not thinking he's better than Trae Young or Luka. Don't double down on the mistake of taking Ayton over them. But SGA and Michael Porter Jr. got maxed out. So Ayton went into last season without a new contract, and even though team chemistry was good, they tried to trade him at the deadline. Phoenix spoke with Indy about Domantas Sabonis, but couldn't get a deal done. They thought Ayton's production, could just be replaced by a center like JaVale McGee or Bismack Biyombo. Yeah, Ayton may have pouted in that game 7, but that's all so disrespectful. They mishandled this situation from the beginning, and it was all because of money. Now Ayton will go back into a locker room that was probably poisoned by everything that happened the last 2 years. Good luck competing for a championship. So the Suns are losers, but the winners could be the Raptors. Toronto was the biggest threat to sign KD outside of Phoenix, and now they have even more leverage. Brian Windhorst said no team was offering 4 picks to get KD. We know the Raps are refusing to trade Scotty Barnes. So the Raptors' best offer for KD, we can only assume, is this. The Raptors get Durant, the Nets get Pascal Siakam, OG Anunoby, and 3 first-round picks. This still leaves Toronto with Fred VanVleet, Gary Trent Jr., Scotty Barnes, and a bench to be title contenders. We don't know if KD actually wants to play in Canada, but who cares? He shouldn't have signed a 4-year contract without a player option. And I really don't see KD sitting out like Ben Simmons. Dude is 33 years old already. He doesn't have that kind of time to waste. A lot of people might say the Heat are the big winners in all this because they were on KD's trade wish list, but reports have just come down that the Miami Heat are in talks to get Donovan Mitchell. They may not have the assets to get that done in a 2-team deal and beat out the New York Knicks, so the Jazz have asked the Heat to involve a 3rd team to get the assets. I made an entire video breaking down the Donovan Mitchell situation. Check it out.